Today we are going to do something extreme, to put it that way. So for all the our following our adventures know that we have no reverse. The RV have no reverse. We have an issue with the transmission. Travis found this transmission, and we're gonna be kind of repairing, right? Yeah. The transmission in the RV with this one. Why we are not swapping out, that's something that Travis is gonna explain later but
why we aren't just swapping out? Because for a swap out, it's $3,500.
Exactly. We don't have that kind of money.
So I found a donor transmission, so to speak. It was rigged up on an F250 Super Duty, but it was paired up to the 6.8 liter engine just like ours. This one was paired up to a 6.8 liter on an F250 Super Duty. Same engine as ours, but obviously not the same chassis. So, why that is important? It's important because the fact that on our transmission, from here to here, is different. Our transmission has, on the tailpiece, it has the parking brake assembly attachment as well. This does not, because of where the parking brake was done on that vehicle differently. So this portion of it is different. Well, since I've got to change out the end and everything anyway, I'm just going to use the guts from this one, because there's a bunch of stuff on the outside that's different, laid out differently than ours. Same transmission, same internal guts, different external layout for a different use. So we're going to use the guts from this one, which was perfectly good. Transmission fluid wasn't burnt. It doesn't smell burnt, doesn't look burnt. It was okay. Everything shifts through. We are going to fully tear this down to inspect everything internally. We're going to tear ours down, fully inspect it internally, combine all the best parts together to get us back and working again for way less than what a full swap out was going to cost me, because here locally, these were not easy to find with where we're at.
And of course, we have to say thank you to our friends Jerry and Cherry.
Who?
Jerry and Cherry.
Who? Who are they?
Because they are here in we are here in their property. They allow us to come and do this swapping and whatever we're doing with the tranny here in their property. So thank you, Jerry and Cherry.
Otherwise, they'd been in a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah. And you know that we, pull all those repairs out there. So let's see what we can do today. We have an update in the tranny. Today's Sunday. We are trying to do something. Right, baby?
Trying to do something? I love that. I love that description. We're trying to do something.
What are we trying to do, baby?
Right now, working on dismantling this transmission, as we're going to be using its guts, combining with our guts to create an actual better transmission to begin with. Because the kits, the rebuild kits alone for just the internal parts, was no less than $350, which some people go, oh, that's not bad. But I shopped around. These transmissions were hard to find around here. I found one, $100. Was working perfectly just fine, but we are still going to take it apart, inspect the parts from this one, inspect the parts from ours, and change out the parts in ours that were bad. Hopefully we'll have enough extra parts and we can beef it up to where we won't have to worry about this ever again. And it would be better than a remanufactured.
So right now we are at this point where we have half of the tranny.
Well, we've pulled out all of the valve bodies, the accumulator valves, the solenoids. We've stripped out the whole bottom side of it. Before we start pulling out the inside, since what's really important to us from the donor tranny is the inside of it, there is a way for us to test it and test out each one of the ones. Luckily, we're lucky because Jerry's got a nice little tank over here and all the stuff I needed. I have the attachments.
Thank God for Jerry and his tools.
Now, the first one is a little bit hard. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the video or not, especially since I got a little air leak going on here. Is the intermediate. If you come closer, they might be able to, I don't know if they'll be able to hear it over this leak or not when I engage it. The little thunk thunk inside is that clutch engaging. Now the next ones are a little bit more solid. Now this one is the next one, and you can definitely hear that one spin up. And then we've got our direct one here as it spews out fluid at me. But you definitely can hear that one. That's our direct. And then here we've got our overdrive. You should definitely have been able to hear those. So the clutch packs in this are all engaging. So that means that they all should be perfectly good. So we might actually just, depending upon how things look when we get it apart, it could be that we're going to mostly just use these and take what good parts out of ours to add extra plates into the clutch packs on this into ours to strengthen each one of those clutch packs.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
So far, so good. Let me glove up again and keep helping him. Right, baby?
That's right.
So it's currently 6:26. We're taking a little break. It's time to eat.
Hey, you're giving a timestamp. Did you give a timestamp on what time we started?
We started at like 1:30.
Now you're hurting my feelings. It's been that long. Okay, so I'm going to give a little defense. We did stop to fill up water in the RV because we ran out of water in the RV.
And now we are eating. Well, I finished eating. Kids cooked. But
this is all new territory. I've never torn a transmission this far apart. Never have I torn the inside of it apart. I've dealt with valve bodies and the pan and stuff before. Never have I done the inside with the clutch packs and everything else. So this is new grounds to me. But so far, it's not bad. We're nice, and we got a nice little organized little area and everything, because this is the donor one that we're doing right now. And once we finish gutting everything of it, we'll sit its casing to the side. We'll go drop ours, because we didn't want to drop it in case we had to move for any reason until we absolutely were ready to do it. We'll drop it. We'll get it in here, and we'll start taking it apart and comparing the parts from inside of there to this one and taking the best parts of everything.
Here we have the operation room. This is our OR, our tranny OR. That one is already empty.
98%. You got one more section to pull out.
And we have to take the RV, the one in the RV, bring it here, and start all over. We have officially got our donut tranny
Fully apart. Everything out of it.
We are just draining.
Fully inspected.
Whatever fluids.
Yeah. Draining the rest of the fluids out.
Yeah.
So we can throw the casing. Oh yeah. The other check bowls.
And now it's time for us to go and
the other one.
pull the other tranny from the RV. As you see, sun is going down. Now is our time to go under the RV and try to drop the RV tranny so we can put it where our operation room is, and try to work some today and restart with the fresh mind tomorrow.